Hey, Nora, as we spoke earlier in the evening during roll call, I mentioned that it was quite a party, but not all of the roll calls were celebratory. Some were quite serious. And I'm here with Kate Cox, who you may remember from an interview on CBS News back in January. She's a young woman from Texas, mother of two. You had a pregnancy that was not going to end in a live birth, and you were unable to find access to an abortion in your state. It became a national story. The good news you shared with everyone here and a national audience at home was that you are pregnant once again.
Yes.
Tell me how this all came together, that you became part of the roll call, and talk to me about reproductive rights and freedoms, which, even if they're not a theme of any given night here, they are everywhere and in every speech here at the DNC.
Yes, absolutely. I had a complicated pregnancy that would never result in a baby, put my own health and a future pregnancy at risk, and I still couldn't get an abortion in the state of Texas. So now I speak out and share my story because I've got to change things. I think of my daughter when I think of reproductive rights. There's nothing pro-family about abortion bans. I'm pregnant today because I was able to access abortion care, because I found a way.
Congratulations on that, by the way. And you know, it's funny, people are brought to politics for all sorts of reasons, and if you hear you talk about this issue, you're so poised, and it's as though you're already in the world of advocacy. What was your relationship to politics, to the Democratic Party, before you became involved in this way?
I'm a mom. I was never a political person, but after what my family went through because of extreme abortion bans, we had to speak out and tell our story. There's still millions of Americans living under devastating extreme abortion bans, and it's devastating for their families, for their health, so we had to speak out.
After the fall or the repeal of Roe v. Wade, in the midterms, it seemed like even Democrats were surprised by the wave of opposition to Republicans and some of the more hardline restrictions. Were you surprised, or did you see this coming?
I think the majority of Americans want reasonable policies and the government out of their business. I think what I went through is proof of the devastating impact when that decision is not left between a woman and her doctor.
Well, congratulations again. You'll be a family of 5 soon. And if the timing is right, it'll be in January, and Kamala Harris will be sworn in, as you mentioned at the top.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you again. I appreciate it. And Nora, Kate's story is just one of the many stories that Democrats are seeking to highlight of real people, everyday people, who, in their view, have suffered under Republican laws that they don't want to see become the law of the land in an even wider way. I'll send it back to you on that note.
Tony DeCopel with that story from Kate Cox, where in her case, an abortion was not about ending a pregnancy. It was about health care, women's health, so that she would save her own life and could have another child in the future. Thank you for sharing that with us.